Hey, have you ever wanted to solve multiplication math problems, but you do not know how to do this activity? Well, do not worry because you come to the right place and you are listening to the right person. Hey everyone, it is Joy here and welcome back to my channel. If you're new here, welcome and thank you all for stopping by. Today, I'm going to show you how to solve multiplication math problems. But before we get started, if you're interested in learning how to get out of a life crisis like I am doing right now, you can subscribe to my YouTube channel today. And don't forget to click that bell icon so that way you all can receive notification on when my videos are going to be posted in this channel. Okay? So let's go ahead and let's get started. Now, here is what we are going to cover in this video. In this video, I will discuss the definition of multiplication math problems. Then I will talk about the types of multiplication math problems. Then I will talk about the terms that you all are going to use in multiplication problems. Plus, I will discuss the symbols that you're going to use to solve these problems. Next, I will talk about the patterns of multiplication problems. Then I'm going to show you how to solve multiplication math problems. And finally, I will discuss other information you need to know about this topic. Now I'm going to explain to you what is a multiplication math problem. A multiplication math problem is a problem where you find out the amount of items or numbers appear in any situation. Okay? It is also a shorter way to solve math problems, especially if you're trying to find a shorter way to solve an addition math problems. Now I'm going to discuss the types of multiplication math problems that you will see when you are doing your homework, doing quizzes, or any other school assignments. Okay, the types of multiplication problems are 1 times 7, 10 times 5, 300 times 200, or 4,000 times 70. Now I'm going to show you how you write multiplication math problems, okay? Let's say you're dealing with 9 sevens, okay? So how would you write this problem in a multiplication problem? Well, what you would do is you write it as 9 times 7. And the reason is because you see 7 appearing here 9 times. So 9 times 7 equals 63. Let's switch around. Let's say you're dealing with 7 nines. So how would you write this multiplication problem? You would write it as 7 times 9 because you see 9 appearing here 7 times. No matter how you switch the multiplication problem in this case, you will end up with the same answer. All right, let's say you have 2 5s, okay? We know that 5 plus 5 equals 10, okay? But to write this problem in a multiplication problem, we will write it as 2 times 5 because 5 appears here 2 times. So 2 times 5 equals 10, okay? Let's say we have 5 2s, okay? We know that 5 2s also equals 10. And the way we write this in a multiplication problem, we will write it as 5 times 2, which gives us 10 because 2 appears here 5 times in this problem. Alrighty, now I'm going to discuss the terms that you will learn when you are solving multiplication problems in classes. You will learn multiplication terms like factor, times, product, multiplicand, and multiplier. Okay, now I'm going to discuss the symbols that you're going to use to solve multiplication math problems, okay? So you will either use the X, the dot, or parentheses to solve these problems. Now we're going to go over the patterns of multiplication math problems, okay? Now you need to remember that an even number times an even number is always going to equal an even number, okay? For example, 2 times 2 equals 4. And all these numbers are even numbers, okay? You also need to remember that an odd number times an odd number always equals an odd number. For example, 7 times 7 equals 49, and all these numbers are odd numbers. You also need to remember that an odd number times an even number always equals an even number. For example, 11 times 6 is 66. So, as you can see that 11 is an odd number, while 6 and 66 are even numbers. Now you have an idea of what multiplication math problems are all about. So now I'm going to show you how to solve some multiplication math problems here. I'm going to show you how to multiply 3 times 3, okay? Now remember that 3 times 3 is similar to adding the number 3 times, okay? Alrighty. So, if you want to know what 3 times 3 is, well, 3 times 3 is, I'll move this up a little bit, is 9. Okay? Now, 3 times 3 is 9, just like adding the number 3 times is 9. Alright. This time, I'm going to show you how to solve 2-digit numbers times 2-digit numbers, okay? Now, whenever you're multiplying more than one digit number in any math problems, you always solve the right side of the problem first, and then you solve the left side of the problem, okay? But it's different when you're solving division math problems or algebra problems, okay? Alrighty, so we're going to multiply 2 times 4, which gives us 8. Okay? Alright. Then we're going to multiply 1 times 4, which gives us 4. Okay? Now, we are done multiplying everything by 4. Now we're going to multiply everything by 1. Okay? So, 2 times 1 is 2. Now, ready? Try to move it up so you can see it. And then 1 times 1 is 1. Okay? Now we're going to add this together. So, 12 times 14 is 168. Okay? Alright. Now I'm going to show you how to solve a harder multiplication problem. So in this case, I'm going to show you how to multiply 3-digit numbers times 3-digit numbers. Okay? Alrighty. So, what is 1 times 8? Well, 1 times 8 is 8. Okay. And then 2 times 8 is 16. So because these two numbers add up more than 9, so we only can put like one of the numbers here, and then we put the other number here. Okay, and I'm going to bring it down so you can see it. Okay. Alrighty. So 8 times 4 is 32, and add one more, that's 33. Okay. Okay. Alrighty. Now we're not done yet because we still got to do the other. Okay. So we're not quite done yet, so we still gotta do some more work here. Okay. Alright. So we finished adding, multiplying everything by 8. Now we're going to multiply everything by 5. Okay? So 1 times 5 is 5. Okay? And then 2 times 5 is 10. So we put the 0. And we're going to scratch this one here and put the 1 over here. So 5 times 4 is 20. 20 plus 1 is 21. And I will use a calculator to check to make sure I have the right answer. Okay. Now that we're done, multiply everything by 8 and by 5. Now we're going to multiply everything by 2. Okay? Alrighty. So 1 times 2 is 2. Alright? 2 times 2 is 4. Okay. So 4 times 2 is 8. Now we're ready to add it up. Okay? So 421 times 258 is 108,618. Now I'm going to show you how to solve a much harder multiplication problem where I'm going to show you how to multiply 4-digit numbers times 4-digit numbers, okay? Even if you're struggling to solve harder multiplication problems, do not worry. This is why I am, posting this video to show you all how to solve these math problems. So 0 times 0, we know that's 0. So basically, so we're going to multiply everything by 0 here. So the first row is going to be 0. Now we're going to multiply everything by the other 0. Okay. All right. We're done with that. Now we're going to multiply everything by... Oh, wait a minute. Sorry. One more 0 there. Now, we finished multiplying everything by 0. Now we're going to multiply everything by 0 again. Okay? So, this is 0. Okay. Alright? Now we're done multiplying every numbers by 0. Okay? So now we got to multiply by these 3 zeros here and then the 2 and the 5 here. Okay, so 0 times 5, we know that's going to be 0. And this is also going to be 0. Okay. And let me see, make sure I get this right. Yep, 0 times 0. 0 times 5 is 0. 0 times 5 is 0. And 0 times 5 is 0. Okay. And finally, we're going to multiply 2 times 5, okay, which gives us 10. Okay. All right, so I'm going to put it here so that way we have some room. Okay. I'll put a little arrow to let you know it's pointing to the answer. Okay. So 2,000 times 5,000 is 10 million. Well, that is how you solve multiplication math problems, okay? And if you have any questions about this topic or any of the topics that I discuss in my channel, or if you'd like to make an appointment with me to get some help on solving multiplication math problems, you can contact me by my email, or you can leave a comment below this video and I will respond back to you as soon as possible, okay? Alrighty. Thank you all for watching. Have a very blessed day. And I will see you all in the next video when I discuss and show you how to solve division math problems and discuss other topics in my channel. Okay? Alrighty. And I also wish you all the best of success in solving multiplication math problems. Alrighty. Bye, everyone.